Hello everyone. Today in this session we are going to study about the chapter that is Phylum Coelenterate and Ctenophora. So which comes under the paper Animal Diversity 1, that is Non-Chortates, for first semester B.Sc Zoology students. So in this chapter mainly we will be studying about general characteristics of the phylum and classification up to their classes, their characters and examples. Polymorphism in Hydrozoa with reference to Cephalia and Halistema, and different types of coral reef, that is fringing, barrier, allot and the structures. And what are the factors that affect the coral reef formation and theories of coral reef formation, metagenesis in Obelia and the characteristics of Ctenophora and externals of the Pleurobranchia. So these all are the concepts which will be covered under this chapter, that is the Coelenterate and Ctenophora. So now mainly in this session we will be studying about general characteristics of the phylum Coelenterate. So in your lower classes you have studied about the Coelenterate, so which means they look like a cylindrical, and they are mainly a type of animals which are living in water, that is aquatic. It can be freshwater and maximum they are marine. So coming to in general, like as I said, the habitat, it is aquatic, mostly they are in marine condition. And the habit, so usually as you saw in the picture, they are solitary or colonial. So solitary, sometimes they are attached to the, or they are sessile, and also the along with the many things they are attached to the substratum also, so they are colonial. And each individual they are known as zooid. So what do you mean by zooid? So zooid, it is a single animal that is a part of colonial animal. For example, if one part of the branch is get separated, so it is called as a zooid. So symmetry, it is radially symmetrical. So if you cut along its axis, then it will be a transverse and it will be a radially symmetrical. But here when you cut into along with the radius, then it is called as radial symmetrical. And grade of organization is tissue grade of organization. And germ layers, they are mainly diploblastic, which means it has got two different layer, outer ectoderm and inner endoderm, and mesoglial separates these two layers. So in coming slides I will show the picture how the mesoglial, it separates the two different layer, that is ectoderm and endoderm. The body has a single opening called as hypostome, so which has got the sensory tentacles. So tentacles, for example, if you take jellyfish, it has got the several number of tentacles, so which helps in the defending or also the paralyzing its prey. So those have got different types of Niedier cells which helps in or which contains the venom inside them. So they help in killing or they help in paralyzing. And coelom, it is gastrovascular cavity, or it is also called as coelenteron. So when you see these two different types, that is pulp and medusa. So in coming slides or in next class we will be studying about how these are the two different types of polymorphism, which is polyp form and medusa form. So you can see the outer layer and inner layer, and also the mesoglial layer which separates the inner and the outer layer. So that is the mesoglial layer, so which is a part here. So that is the mesoglial layer, and inside it has got the cylinder, or you can call it as gastrovascular cavity. So this is how they are separated. So next, the organs for the capturing, as I said, they have got several number of tentacles which helps in defending or also to kill or to paralyze its prey. So they have got the different types of tentacles, and nutrition is holozoic. Digestion, it occurs both intracellular and extracellular. Respiration and excretion, they are accomplished by simple diffusion, so due to they are present in water. And circulatory system, it is absent. Nervous system is comparatively very poorly developed, and they form, as I said, polymorphism, that is polyp and medusa. So to show the mesoglial layer, I have kept these two different forms. And polyps are usually sessile and they are asexual, but once they attain the medusa form, they tend to become sexually active. So the polyps are sessile, and the medusa form, they are free living. As you can see in this picture of the cross section of Hydra, so Hydra is an example, it is an example for the Coelenterate. So it has got the different types of cells inside them. So that is the cells which helps in paralyzing, that is cnidocyte cells. So these are the cnidocyte cells which are present on the surface of the animal and which helps in the paralyzing the prey. So as I said, these all are the tentacles. You can see numerous tentacles. It has got the different types of cells which helps in paralyzing the prey. So as I said, medusa, they are free living and free swimming. And coming to the metagenesis, like asexual polyploid generation of alternation, that is sexual medusoid generation. So asexual polyploid, there it alternates with the sexual medusoid, and reproduction, it is asexual by budding, but whereas sexual by gametic fusion. So gametic fusion may be two different types of cells, they get combined together. So there the gametes formation takes place, and there will be exchange of gametes, then that thus leads to sexual reproduction. And fertilization, it is internal or external, and development, it is indirect to the larval stages. So these are the general characteristics of the Coelenterate. So next, coming to the classification of phylum. So that is Coelenterate, it has got three important classes: class 1 Hydrozoa, class 2 the Cyphozoa, class 3, and that is Anthozoa. So these are the three important classes which comes under the phylum, the Coelenterate. So coming to the first class, that is Hydrozoa. So what are these Hydrozoa? So in name itself it tells Hydra means water and zoon means animals, the animals which live in water. So usually, as I said, they are belonging to marine water, the habitat will be marine, and few are fresh water. And coming to the habit, so some are solitary and some are colonial, and also they exhibit different polymerism, radial symmetrical body also, and body wall, it consists of outer ectoderm and inner endoderm, and which is separated by the non-cellular mesoglial layer. And mesoglial layer, it is simple and acellular. So example, it has Hydra, Obelia, Cephalia. So which that Cephalia is called as Portuguese man of war. And next, coming to the class second, that is Cyphozoa. So here the habitat is extremely or exclusively marine, and you don't find these in fresh water. And habit, it is solitary and freely swimming, and medusa, it is dominant, and this has got very large bell shaped or umbrella shaped form, that is the polymorphism type. And polyps are very short lived and they are absent, and mesoglial, they usually they are cellular in nature. So you and these mesoglial, they are having cellular layers, and that leads to, and also the gonads, they are endodermal, and sexual cells are discharged from the gonads. So example is Aurelia, that is jellyfishes, and class 3, that is Anthozoa. So here antho means flower, so anther, coming from the name anther, antho means flower, and zois means animals. So they are flower like animals, and habit, they are also exclusively marine, and habit, they are solitary or colonial, and medusa stage is absent, and mesoglial, they contains fibrous connective tissue or the amoeboid tissues which helps in the movement and also different types of activities. And coming to the examples, like metridium, that is sea anemone, tellisto, these all are the examples. And one more thing, the fertilization is external, and these are some of the characteristics of the class Anthozoa. So let's see how these examples looks like. So the Hydra and Rhizostoma, Metridium, just see the classification. So class Hydrozoa, they are having different types of the examples, and class Anthozoa, usually sessile one is Abelia, and the freely moving they are Aurelia and Cephalia, and Anthozoa, that is Penulata and Fungia, these are the examples. So mainly in this session we have studied the general characteristics of cylinderates and also the characteristics of classes. So these two questions can be important for your examination point of view. So that's all about this session. Thank you.